welcome to my December haul video. I promised you I would do a video featuring the items that I bought at the clothes show at the beginning of December, and I haven't had an opportunity to film that until today. And I've also in the meantime bought a few extra things, mostly from Zara, which I also want to share with you. So this is kind of like a combined haul video now. The stuff I got from Zara, I wasn't really intending buying things from Zara. I'd seen this handbag I liked, so I'd ordered that online, and I went to collect it from the shop basically rather than getting it delivered to my house. And while I was in there, I made the mistake of looking through the rest of the clothes and found quite a few things I liked. I don't know whether it's an age thing, maybe it is, but I've never really bought stuff from Zara in the past. I just don't think I've really gone in the shop. I always had the impression that it was really expensive, and it's not, so, or maybe it's that I earn more money now than I used to when I was younger, I don't know. But I obviously went in there and I was looking really for ideas for Christmas presents for other people, but inevitably got distracted looking at things for myself, so I feel a bit bad about it, but I really like the things I bought, so I don't feel that bad about it. And I'll go through now with you the stuff I bought from the clothes show. I have got quite a few things, so I will attempt not to ramble on too long, so we are here until Christmas. But those of you who are not familiar with what the clothes show is, it's held annually in the UK. It is like an exhibition. It's obviously held at the NEC, which is the National Exhibition Centre in Birmingham, so it is laid out and structured like an exhibition, but it is far more interesting than any exhibition I've ever been to for work. It's clothing retailers, it's beauty retailers, and they basically all come together for a period, I think from Friday to a Wednesday, and have stalls fundamentally at the NEC, and you can wander around. There's various sort of catwalk shows and all sorts of other things going on during the day as well. So we went along. I think this is the 4th or 5th year I've been, so I really enjoy it. It's just a great excuse for a kind of girls shopping trip, and obviously this year as well I had the opportunity to interview Lauren from The Only Way Is Essex, so you may or may not have seen that video. It is on here, and so that kind of, I suppose, made it very exciting as well. Anyway, right, so to get started then, the first thing that we went and got, and I didn't actually buy this, we were given when we bought our ticket a voucher to get a free packet of these, which is the Animus Fresh Skin makeup wipes fundamentally. I've not tried them yet, but if they're from LMS, I have no doubt they'll be quite good. So that was the first thing we went and got. And while I was there at the LMS stand, so this worked well for them, I couldn't help but notice the price for their Skin Brilliance set, which was £30. And in here, I'm going to open, is their sort of, I suppose, daily skincare line. So you've got your cleanser, you've got your toner, nighttime moisturiser, and then they've even given you a little sample of their daytime moisturiser. So that is it. I have tried the cleanser and the toner before. I was given a couple of press samples a few years ago and eked them out for as long as possible because they were so nice. And this is not something that I would traditionally have bought myself. I do have a skincare routine. I do cleanse, I tone, I moisturise. It's something that I started doing in the build up to my wedding for the intention of trying to have nice skin, and I've kept it going afterwards because I genuinely did notice quite a difference. But I wouldn't normally spend much money on kind of higher price skincare, but for £30 I thought, why not? It's a bit of a treat, and hopefully, well, I say hopefully I like it, but I'm kind of concerned that I will really like it and then I'll want to buy more, but there we go. So that was my first purchase. I did actually, I sized it up when we went to the LMS stand to begin with, but I didn't actually buy it till later on in the day because you obviously have to carry everything around with you. So I'm not as hardcore as some of the women there that take along like suitcases and trolleys and stuff to wheel things about in. So I was conscious I'd have to carry it, so I delayed buying it. Next up, Barry M. I went a bit mad at the Barry M stand with nail polishes. I bought 4, which I don't think is not that excessive really. The ones I was interested in getting were their kind of crackle effect polish, which is this one. So this you put on top of a coat of dry polish, and it will crackle and form a kind of, I don't know, crackle effect, I guess. Sorry, I'm not doing a very good job of describing that product. But I also noticed while I was there, they brought out this croc nail, which is this one. I've got them both in black purely because at least I've got quite a lot of bright nail colours and I thought they'll look quite good on top of bright colours. And this one I love. This one you actually need to put on while the coat, you put base coat, the colour coat is drying. So You paint your nails, let it dry till it's kind of touch dry, so sort of 2 to 3 minutes, and then put a coat of this on. And the effect is not instantaneous, it takes kind of 3 to 5 minutes, but you will notice slowly a kind of crock effect will appear on your nails, and it is absolutely brilliant. I've worn this quite a few times and I absolutely love it. So I'm really, really pleased with that, and I'm hoping they will eventually bring it out in more colours because I will buy more. And then next up, again because it's festive I suppose, and just because it's glittery fun, I bought a couple of their glitter polishes. So there we go. This one is Once Upon a Time, and this one is Hologram. So again, just fun coloured, and you can see I've got this one on at the moment. Hopefully you can see that. So I'm afraid I was testing it, so I didn't really make much of an effort to get it on neatly. I was just putting it on to see what it looked like. So I'm really pleased with those. I also got quite a bit of makeup. I came across the Me stand, and that sounded like a makeup brand I could get on board with. And so this is what I bought. This was they have various different sets, of eye makeup. So this was their smoky eye set. And in it, you get, obviously the eyeshadow, so that's what the eyeshadow looks like. I'm wearing it at the moment. This is the mascara, so really, really funky packaging. And then you get a basic pencil eyeliner, and then this, which is their Eye Sweep liquid eyeliner. And I have to admit, in the past, liquid eyeliners is not something I've really experimented much with, but I have just tried this one. That's what it looks like. You can see that. I'm gonna have to move, heaven forbid. And I'm, despite doing an A-level in art and spending lots of time as a kid drawing, I'm used to kind of drawing lines, straight lines and stuff around my eyes, but I've just tried this and I found it really, really easy to use, so I'm delighted, and I'm sure I'll get lots of use out of that. And I also, from Me, just bought, because I happened to see it while I was there and I really like it, their shimmer stack. They have these in 3 different colours, I think. They've got like a bronzing one, they've got the pink one, which is one I've got, and I think the other one's more of a goldy shade, but I certainly over winter anyway, I quite like to have a bit of pink in my cheeks. So this is it. So it really is lovely, and it really does give your cheeks a nice kind of pinky shimmer when you put it on. So that was it. And they also gave me free their little 7th Heaven moisturising cream, which I've not tried yet, but there we go. And then last but not least, possibly my favourite purchase was on the way out, and I'd seen these rings on the way in. And anybody that has seen my previous video, I think my mywardrobe.com haul video, will have seen me talking about my Maya by Priyanka ring, which is a ring with the kind of 3 stones. And I absolutely love that ring, but it's £170, and so it's not something I'm just going to be buying lots of. But I really like the idea of having them in different colours, and I also noted that Maya by Priyanka do these kind of beautiful solitary stone rings as well, quite big cocktail rings, which I also really liked, but they were a similar price, and you know, I've just not got the money to be buying things like that. But I came across this stand, which is Sultanesque, and I clocked them because I noticed they had all these rings that looked a lot like the Maya by Priyanka rings, so the 3 stone rings, and I think they've obviously taken their inspiration from that brand, but their rings, and they also do the solitary stone ones, which I'm about to show you, range from kind of 25 to 30 quid, so a lot cheaper. And this is the ring that I got. I'll try and get it to catch the light maybe, because it's got really nice blue kind of hue to it when it catches the light. I can't get it to do it, but this is the ring I bought from them, and I absolutely love it. I've worn it loads and loads since, so I'm delighted. And they do have, I did ask them, and I'm not sure whether it's live yet or not, but I will try and find it if it is and put a link below. But their website is about to go live very shortly, so do check it out if you're interested in those kind of rings but can't afford the £170 price tag. So join the club, I think. Okay, so that was it really for the clothes show. I didn't actually buy any clothes at the clothes show, but I have to admit I'm a bit I suppose, scared about buying things that you can't try on. I like to be able to at least try something on before I buy it, and then I know that it suits me and I know that I like it. So normally when I go to the clothes show, I do end up getting mostly kind of beauty products or accessories, purely because there's no risk of me finding out when I get it home that I don't like it. So that's what I got from the clothes show. So next up then, if I start off with the bits I bought from Zara, and I will show you first and foremost the bag. Now I'm using this as my handbag at the moment, so there's quite a bit in it, but this is the bag that I ended up going into Zara to get. So I saw it online and ordered it online, but had it delivered to my local Zara store. And it's a very, very dark blue. It may look black in the video, but it is a dark blue with this beautiful kind of animal print embellishment on the side, which is fur. And it's just very simply, just one opening at the top. There's no pockets or anything. It's just a nice big bag. I can get it open, I can show you. So just a really, really nice spacious bag. You obviously got the little slots and stuff for your mobile phone and things, but it's just a beautiful, beautiful bag. I'm really pleased with it. It's really nice and smart, and it holds a lot of stuff. So as far as I'm concerned, it's ideal. So that's what I went into Zara to get, and then while I was in there, I also ended up picking a couple of tops. Which, can I find them now? Yeah. They're just basic polo neck, roll neck tops. So I got one in a kind of grey, dark grey mole, and then one in black. So they're nothing very exciting, but I just wanted them because I've got quite a few things that I've traditionally worn with cardigans, and sometimes it's just nice to be able to have a top that you can put underneath it just to keep you extra warm over the cooler months. So they were kind of my practical purchase. At least that's how I described it to my husband when I told him. And then slightly, yeah, still pretty practical, I think. I also ended up with this absolutely massively snuggly jumper, which is huge but brilliant for just kind of shoving over leggings and snuggling up on the sofa. And it's, well, as I say, it's massive. So it's beautiful, it's comfortable, it's warm. I wore it this weekend, went around Chatsworth with a couple of friends, so a big stately home. It was pretty cold, but this jumper kept me nice and warm. So I'm really, really delighted with that. And then last but not least from Zara, I also got this, which is not as practical, but it's sparkly and fun, and it's Christmas, so who cares? It's just a fairly basic top, but the kind of, hopefully you can see that there, yeah. So you can see the kind of shimmer effect on it, and it's 3/4 length sleeve, quite nice and loose, so wear it over skinny jeans, and just something I guess to wear to work if you want a sort of smarter look if you're going out for drinks in the evening, and it's just comfortable as well. So it's already got quite a bit of use out of it. I've only had it a couple of weeks. So that's all my stuff from Zara, and then I have one last purchase to share with you, which was not really meant to be a purchase for me. I was looking at ideas or suggestions for things to get for other people, to get me for Christmas. And my mum always asks me for ideas, and I really wanted a faux fur gilet. If you've seen my blog, which I did a blog post, I did, I don't know, a month and a half ago, I suppose. I was kind of coming up with a wish list of things that I really, really loved that I'd seen kind of my fellow fashion bloggers wearing. It's you know, it's a risky business just hanging around with stylish fashion bloggers, because you do look at the things they wear and think, oh, that's brilliant, I love that. And it's affordable too, because the likelihood is it's probably from the high street, something they bought themselves. So you do have a bit of a tendency to see things that you like, probably a bit like you do on celebrities. But with the celebrities, it's entirely unaffordable. But with the fashion bloggers, actually, it is affordable, and you end up buying things. So I'd compiled this wish list of things that I'd seen my sort of friends and, you know, colleagues that also do fashion blogging, things that I'd seen them wearing over Fashion Week. And one of them was this gorgeous cream faux fur gilet by Topshop, and it was Olivia who writes the blog My New Favourite Thing. So if you haven't checked it out, I shall put a link in the bottom bar below, and do take the time to have a look at her blog because it's brilliant. And she was wearing this gilet when we went out for dinner, and I absolutely loved it. I've never really owned anything fur, fake fur, anything in the past, because I always have a tendency to look a bit like a Yeti, I think. But I really, really loved it, and I looked online and it was still available, and I ordered one. and it never turned up. Whether they'd run out of stock and they just hadn't updated the website, I don't know. But it didn't arrive, so I'd kind of thought, oh well, that's not going to happen then, and had started to come up with other suggestions for things. And then lo and behold, last week, inevitably they get them back in stock. But they also got them in stock in black, which I thought was probably a far more practical colour for me anyway. Cream I think I'd destroy within a matter of days, and also then I don't own exactly the same thing as Olivia, because there's nothing worse than turning up wearing the same items of clothing. So I decided to order it in black, but by this point I didn't really need to give my mum any more Christmas present ideas because she bought what she wanted, so I couldn't resist but buying it for myself. So this is it, and it's probably going to be difficult to see because it's quite long, which is what I liked about it. So it's just a very, very long gilet. It's not too fluffy, so if you're a bit like me where, you know, anything that's kind of really, really big, really, really fluffy just makes you look 4 times the size you are and makes you look like a bit of like the Abominable Snowman perhaps, this is an ideal alternative. It's really long as well, so I think that helps. There are some obviously little hooks on either side so you can wear it closed if you wish, or obviously there's the option to put a belt round it. And they do it in 3 kind of colours. They do it in the black, which is what I've ended up with. They do it in the cream, which is what Olivia's wearing. I shall put a link to the blog post, that I did referencing her wearing this gilet, so you can see that. And my other blogger friend, Amanda, who writes a blog, The Online Stylist, and again, I'll put a link to that in the bar below, because do check it out. She has the same gilet, but she has it in a kind of, it's almost like a grey colour, but it's actually patterned. It's got more of a effect on it, so we've all ended up with the same one from Topshop, and it is really, really fabulous. So if this is something that you're looking for, and you're looking for one that's quite a long line rather than finishing at the waist, then this is a great alternative. So that is it for my haul video. I've got loads of stuff. I know it's really bad and it's not even Christmas, but I also have lots of exciting presents that I wish I could share with you, things that I bought for other people, but yeah, that wouldn't work very well if they watch this video. So I may try and rope a few people in either on Christmas Day or after Christmas Day to also share with you some of the gifts that I bought for them, just to prove that I have not spent the last few weeks shopping purely for myself. So that's it from me. I don't know whether I'll have another opportunity to film a video before Christmas. So if I don't, I just want to wish everybody who's celebrating Christmas a very happy Christmas, and everybody happy holidays and happy New Year, and I look forward to seeing you all in the new year. Bye!